I vowed to transfer schools with my childhood friend when he claimed he was being bullied, but the day before we were to finalize the transfer, he backed out. His friend teased him. Man, you faked being a punching bag just to get rid of Alice Wiley. That's cold. You two have been thick as thieves since forever. Are you really cool with her going to a new school alone? Shane Page brushed it off. It's just another high school across town. Not a big deal. I am tired of her always being up my ass. This works out perfectly. I stood frozen outside the door for a long time. Finally, I turned and walked away. On the transfer form, I crossed out Oathport High and filled in the international academy my parents had been pushing for. Everyone seemed to forget that Shane and I were never equals. The moment I overheard the truth, my heart slammed against my ribs. In the past month, my childhood friend, Shane Page, had been feeding me stories of being jumped, framed, and humiliated at school. I threw myself into shielding him, but I could not block every blow. When it became unbearable, I suggested he transfer schools for a clean slate. That day, he was soaked from a bucket of ice water, his sharp cheekbones ghostly pale. He grabbed my hand, trembling. I cannot face a new place alone. We had been inseparable since kindergarten, walking to and from school together for over a decade. Deep down, I had been nursing a quiet crush on him. So, in a rush of loyalty, I promised, do not worry, Shane. I will go wherever you go. But standing outside that private room, I realized it was all a cruel ruse to push me out of his life. Does he hate me that much? Inside, his friend kept talking. Alice is crazy about you. What if she falls for someone else out there? Her, Shane scoffed, as if the idea was absurd. She is so loyal she would take a beating for me and not even flinch. You think she would ever stop loving me? His friend muttered. I do not know, but she does not seem like someone you mess with. No chance, Shane said lazily. Our school is full of rich kids, but has she ever given any of them a second glance? His tone dripped with disdain as he continued. She is always up my ass. It's annoying. The room burst into laughter, sharp and mocking. I wanted to run, but my feet felt rooted to the floor, forcing me to endure the humiliation. Shane paused, then dropped the real bombshell. Besides, Esther gets all torn up whenever she sees Alice. She only feels okay when I am there to hold her hand. I am doing this for Esther's sake. Alice will just have to deal with it for a bit. My heart sank into a dark, throbbing abyss. For a fleeting moment, I wanted to knock down that door and demand answers. Why did he lie? Did he feel even a flicker of guilt watching me get hurt for him? Did our years of friendship mean nothing? But my mom's words echoed in my mind. Do not waste energy on pointless battles. People do not turn rotten overnight. In the end, I turned and walked away. The transfer form in my hand was a wreck, the ink smudged by my tears, but it did not matter. I had printed a new one. The Weil family always had a backup plan. I filled out a new form, pausing at the section for the new school. Then I called Pauline Wiley. Mom, what's the elite school you mentioned before? Yeah, I am going alone. The wind chimes rang out, crisp and joyful, like they were cheering me on. I closed my eyes, and for the first time in years, Shane's face did not haunt me. Instead, I saw a guy who looked a little like him. Sharper and more striking, he flashed a cocky grin, just like he did 2 years ago. Mark my words, Alice. You'll ditch Shane for me. Back then, I thought he was just messing around. Now I was done with Shane. I finished the form and heaved a deep sigh of relief. My heart was finally at peace. Then came a knock on the door, startling me. I lived alone in this house, and except for me, only one person knew the passcode. I opened the door, and there stood Shane. His voice as warm as ever. You did not show up to say goodbye to our friends. I was worried. I kept my tone even. My stomach's acting up, so I am staying in. As I moved to close the door, I caught a glimpse of someone behind him. Esther, small and fragile, flinched when our eyes met. Shane noticed her reaction and pulled her close. His arm a protective shield. Alice, you are scaring her. There she went again, acting so timid, like I was some monster when I hadn't done a thing. My expression hardened. I told you, I do not want strangers in my house. Shane's brow furrowed. Esther's not a stranger. She came because she cares about you. Before I could respond, Esther's eyes welled up with tears. Alice, I am sorry. I know you've always looked down on me, but I swear I shower every day. She sniffled, all pitiful. I won't mess up your house. Shane glared at me. Her family is not rich, but she's not what you think. You are really letting me down here. Then he turned to me, his expression cold as ice. Esther is upset. I am taking her home. Reflect on your behavior, and do not forget to get your transfer form stamped. He was right about one thing. I did need to reflect, but on my blindness, I changed the passcode without hesitation. The knot in my chest loosened, like I had finally exhaled a breath I had been holding for years.